Hi children, hope you are all fine and safe. And how do you feel? Are you all doing the homeworks yourself? Do the works yourself, okay. So we were studying about the chapter, or we were studying about pair of linear equations in two variables, isn't it? What all we have studied in the chapter? We have studied graphical method of finding solution, and also we have seen algebraic method of finding solutions. And in algebraic method we have discussed already substitution method and elimination method. And in the previous section we were doing a type of question, that is finding the value of k if the given pair of linear equation has no solution. Isn't it? Have you all done it? How do you feel? Is it easy or understood it? And also I told that before 10 o'clock you have to send the notes to me. Only on the first day you have sent the notes, and remaining days you do not send the notes to me. So today again you have to send the notes before 10 o'clock to me. Otherwise I will reduce the internal marks. Okay. So today we will study in this section how to find the value of k. The given pair of linear equation has no solution and also has infinitely many solutions. We were doing such problems comparing the ratios which we have already studied. We know for intersecting lines or unique solution a1 by a2 not equal to b1 by b2. For infinitely many solution, that is coincident case, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. And for no solution, that is pair lines, a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. So using the relation we were doing, or we were finding the value of the unknown. Today we will see the questions, that is pair of linear equations has infinitely many solution and also pair of linear equation has no solution. Both the cases we will see how to find the value of the unknown using the ratios. Okay, so we will go to the question. See the question. For what value of k will the following pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions? It's given to us the pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. We are asked to find the value of k. Okay. So we know we were doing by comparing the ratios, isn't it? We know that if the pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions, how can we write the ratios? You can say a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. Infinitely many solutions. All the ratios are equal. Now the next step, we will find a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2 and give in this ratio. And see a1. What is a1? a1 we know it is a coefficient of x in the first equation. a2 is the coefficient of x in the second equation. So what is the coefficient of x here? It is k. So a1 is equal to k. Okay. What is a2? It is the coefficient of x in the second equation, that is 12. Now that's equal to what is b1? b1 is equal to 3. And what is b2? b2 is equal to k here. Isn't it? Now see, listen properly. When you write c1 and c2, in the general form we have already seen the coefficient of x, y and the constant term all are positive. If it is negative in the question, you have to take and write the negatives here. That is c1 is equal to, it is minus k minus 3. Okay? It is minus of k minus 3. If it is not positive sign here, you have to take and write a sign here if it is negative. Otherwise you will make mistake. Because general form we have seen a1, a2, b1, b2 everything based on the general form of the pair of linear equations, where all those were positives. So if it is negative, you have to take and write is minus k minus 3. And C2 will be again this minus sign, it is minus k. Okay. Now minus and minus will become, they will cancel, make it as positive. Now this is our ratio now. And from this ratio, comparing the ratios, you have to get the value of k. Okay. Here you can see there are 3 ratios here to compare. So when you compare the first two, you may get a value for k. And when you compare the next two, sometimes you may get another value for k. You have to take the value of k which is common to both the comparison. That is, for no solution, you have to compare twice. That is, when you compare with the first two, that is a1 by a2 and b1 by b2. Again in c1 by c2 also there is k. So you have to compare b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, or you can compare a1 by a2 to c1 by c2. Okay, it is, listen properly, it is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2. So you can see a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, b1 by b2 is again equal to c1 by c2. Since they both are equal, again you can see a1 by a2 is equal to c1 by c2 also. Okay, now when you compare, in that case you can compare a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 and find the value of k, and also you have to compare one more, that can be b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, or it can be a1 by a2 and c1 by c2, because you may get more than one value for k. In that case you will have a confusion, you will take which value of k. So we have to compare, go for comparison of the next one. If you get only one value for k, it is okay. But if you get more than one value for k, you have to go for the comparison of the next one to know which value of k is possible. You have to get the value of k where it is equal for all these ratios. That is a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2. When you take for a1 by b and b1 by b2, and if you get two values, you will have confusion, you will take which value there. For that you have to go for the comparison of the next two ratios. Okay, I think it is clear. So first what we will do is that, for us, I can compare a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 first and get the value of k from there. Or I can take b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, they are equal, and get the value of k. Or I can take a1 by a2 equal to c1 by c2 also. And which is common in all, I can take as the value of k. But you have to check with only 2. Okay. When you get value of k same for 2, you can stop there. That is, when you take a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, you will get a value for k. And when you take b1 by b2 equal to c1 by c2, you will get value for k. If they both, if they get the same value for k, that value of k you can consider there. Okay, we'll see the question. First one, I am going to compare a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2. That means I am going to compare k by 12 equal to 3 by k. And from this, I am going to find the value of k. One of the value, or maybe more than one value for k. We are going to get the value of k here. Just see, when you get an equation like this way, you can cross multiply and form an equation, isn't it? See, k into k, it is k square. So we get here k square. Now cross multiply. We have studied the lower class. 12 into 3, it is 36. You will get k square is equal to 36. And when we have already studied, x square term is equal to 36 means when you take the root, square will change as root, and we have to consider both positives and negative root, because both square is equal to positive. Which means here you have to take, when you transpose square, it comes as square root, but you have to put the sign plus or minus. It is plus or minus 36. All those we have said in the previous classes. When we were doing the problems of polynomials, I have informed, or I have said, we have discussed why we take plus or negative there. Now k is equal to, we have, it is a perfect square number 36, so its square root is 6. So k is equal to plus or minus 6. Which means you are getting two values for k. That is k is equal to 6 or k is equal to minus 6. So automatically you will have confusion. You have to take which value of k. Okay. For that you can compare the next two ratios. That is, we can compare B1 by B2 and C1 by C2. Compare B1 by B2 and C1 by C2 and see which value you are getting as same k or common value for k. You can take that as the value of k. Okay. So B1 by B2 it is 3 by k. Since I got two values, I have to go continue. 3 by k equal to, what is this? K minus 3 by k became positive. So k minus 3 by k. Okay. Again we are getting, we can form an equation from this ratio. Cross multiply. 3 into k, 3k, and k into k minus 3. Two terms are there. So we have to put a bracket k minus 3. Clear? Now see, 3k is equal to, you will get, removing the bracket, k square minus 3k. Okay. Now see, 3k is equal to k square minus 3k. We can take all to one side. So we will get it as k square minus 3k. This one I am going to transpose as positive 3k. When I transpose to this side, it becomes as minus 3k. Minus 3k equal to, it becomes 0 there. When I transpose to this side, I will get k square minus 3k minus 3k. K square minus 3k minus 3k equal to, since I transposed, it is equal to 0. Clear? Now see, k square minus 3k you will get as k square minus 3k is minus 6k. That's equal to 0. Okay. Now you have to get the value of k. Before getting the value of k, you can see k is common in both. So you can take k outside, and that is, we have studied distributive property. That is distributing and giving. Again common you can take outside. K is common in both. So we get k into k square becomes k minus 6k becomes 6 equal to 0. Clear? Now we are getting like this way. K into k minus 6 is equal to 0. When the product of two numbers is equal to 0, either the first term can be 0 or the second term can be 0. We have studied a into b equal to 0 means a equal to 0 or b equal to 0. K into k minus 6 is equal to 0 means k equal to 0 or k minus 6 is equal to 0. One must be 0, then only you will get product as 0. So k equal to 0, we get a value for k. K minus 6 is equal to 0, we will get k is equal to 6. Okay. So we get here also two values, that is k equal to 0 or k is equal to 6. Now which value we will take for k as common to this? Or what will be the value of k? For the pair of linear equations to have infinitely many solutions. What is the value of k? Here we got the value of k as plus or minus 6. That is plus, it can be positive 6 or it can be negative 6. Here we got the value of k is equal to 0 or 6. So what is common in both? The value of k equal to 6 is common in both. So we will take k is equal to 6. The value of k is equal to 6. The same question was asked in the previous exam. I think it was for 2 marks or 3 marks. I don't remember the mark. Anyway, the question was asked. That is to find the value of the unknown k when the given pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. Keep in mind, when you get two values here, you will have to go for the comparison of the next two ratios also and see the value of k. And will take the common value of the k there as our value of the k in the question. For what value of k? K is equal to 6. So, for this value of k is equal to 6, the following pair of linear equations have infinitely many solutions. I think it is clear. So, value of k is equal to 6. So, we have seen to find the value of k when the given pair of linear equations have unique solution and when it have infinitely many solutions. Next question it is to find the value of k for the given pair of linear equation. They have no solution. No solution means parallel lines case. You are asked to find the value of the unknown in the pair of linear equation. That is, we'll see the question. For what value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution? Okay. So we know we are doing the problem comparing the ratios. So for the equations to have no solution, how can we find? For the equations to have no solution, what was the ratio comparison? How it was? It is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Okay. So using this ratio, you can find the value of k from here. But the ratio or the relationship was a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Okay. Now, so as before itself, we will find a1, a2, b1, b2, b1, c1, c2 from the given equation. That is, a1 means coefficient of x, it is 3. a2 means coefficient of x, it is 2k minus 1, isn't it? Now, b1 equal to b1. b1 means it is coefficient of y, that is 1 here. b2 is the coefficient of y in the second equation, which is k minus 1. And since both c are on the next side, there will not be change in the sign, because if we are taken to this normal side or general form, when you make it in the general form, both will be negative, which means negative will become cancelled, which will be positive. So you can directly write it as c1 by c2 as c1 is 1 and c2 is 2k plus 1. Okay. Now from this relation, you have to find the value of k. You can see in the first two, that is a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. So how we are doing is that we will find using the first equal, that is a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2, those ratios which they are equal. From there we will find a value of k. And we will just see when you give for c1 and c2 or this value of k if you give here, it will not be equal to c1 by c2. Okay. So from this two we will find the value of k, this ratio from the first two ratios. So we will take it and write 3 by 2k minus 1 equal to 1 by k minus 1. We will form an equation from this ratio. Cross multiplying, 3 is here, there are two terms, you have to put a bracket, 3 into k minus 1. Now 1 into 2k minus 1 is 2k minus 1 also. Okay, now remove the bracket, we will get 3k minus 3, isn't it? 3k minus 3 equal to 2k minus 1. Clear? Now what this is our next step. We have to find the value of k. So transpose of k terms to one side and the constants to the next side. Here there is 3k, and when you transpose this 2k, to get the value of k, positive 2k when transpose it comes as minus 2k. And already there is minus 1. Now I am going to transpose this minus 3, it becomes plus 3. Okay. Now just see, 3k minus 2k is k, isn't it? And that's equal to minus 1 plus 3 is 2. So you are getting value k is equal to 2 using the first two equal comparisons, equal ratios, sorry. Okay. Now you have to check, when you give this value of k is equal to 2 here for c1 by c2, the ratio must not be equal to a1 by a2 and b1 by b2. You have to just check it only. That is, simply we will give the value of k here and see what is a1 by a2, b1 by b2. That is, k is equal to 2 there, isn't it? So when you give here 3 by 2k minus 1, that is our a1 by a2. That's equal to 3 by 2k means 2 into 2, 4. 4 minus 1, it is 3 again. So you will get as 1. 3 by 3 is 1. Just see with b1 by b2. b1 by b2 is 1 by k minus 1. Isn't it? 1 by k minus 1 is equal to 1 by k minus 1 means 2 minus 1. It is equal to 1 by 1, which is 1. So we get a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 for the value of k. It must not be equal to c1 by c2. So find c1 by c2, you should not get the ratio as 1. Okay, c1 by c2, what is it? 1 by 2k plus 1. Give the value of k. What are you getting? 1 by 2k means 2 into 2, it is 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. We are getting as 1 by 5. So you can see A1 by A2 equal to B1 by B2, but it is not equal to C1 by C2. C1 by C2 you are getting as 1 by 5. So you are getting a value for k where A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2, not equal to C1 by C2. So your value of k according to our question, for what value of k is equal to 2. The following pair of linear equations have no solution. So for this value of k, the following linear pair of equations have no solution. I think it is clear. It's very important. You may get a 2 marks question or 3 marks question from this session. Usually they are asking the question. When once it is asked unique, next year they may ask you no solution, or they can ask you when they have infinitely many solutions, find the value of the unknown. Okay, I think it is clear, and I will give the homework today. It is for infinitely many solution, and you do the homework. If you have any doubt, you can call me. Okay, then thank you.
For what values of k will the following pair of linear equations have infinitely many solution? Kx plus 3y minus k minus 3 equal to 0. 12x plus ky minus k is equal to 0. We have discussed in our video how to find it. You are getting using the first ratio, k is equal to plus or minus 6. And since we got two values for k, we have to go for the comparison of the next two ratios. You will get from comparing k is equal to 0 or k is equal to 6. But the common value is k is equal to 6. For this value of k, the pair of linear equations has infinitely many solutions. Next question, for what value of k will the following pair of linear equations have no solution? 3x plus 2y equal to 1. 2k minus 1 into x plus k minus 1 into y is equal to 2k plus 1. Comparing the first two ratios, you are getting k is equal to 2. Then for this value k, you check a1 by a2, b1 by b2 and c1 by c2, and see a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. Here you are getting value of k is equal to 2, where a1 by a2 equal to b1 by b2 not equal to c1 by c2. So the value of k is equal to 2. And today's homework, you will have page number 62, exercise 3.5, question number 2, sub question 1.